After having the second best record overall in the 2020-2021 NBA season and making it to the finals, losing to the Milwaukee Bucks in a 4-2 series, the Phoenix Suns have struggled to capture that success that they sported that season. Last season looked promising, with the Suns having the best record in the NBA and winning a franchise record 64 games. With Devin Booker having the best season of his career, having a career high with 26.6 points per game, 3-point percentage of 38.3%, 5 rebounds per game, and 1.1 steals per game, along with Chris Paul averaging 14.7 points with 49.3% shooting, 10.8 assists, and 1.9 steals at the ripe age of 36 years old. Even DeAndre Ayton contributed with 17.2 points per game along with 10.2 rebounds per game. And outside of those top 3 players, the supporting cast for the Phoenix Suns held their own that season. Outside of the offense, which was ranked 4th overall in the league with an offensive rating of 114.8, the Suns also dominated defensively, ranking 3rd overall in the league with a defensive rating of 107.3. With stats like this, in addition to their best player having a career season, this would lead you to believe that this team is at very least a Western Conference Finals contender. Well, that was not the case for this Phoenix Suns team. Let us look at their first round matchup. The Phoenix Suns competed against the New Orleans Pelicans, a team playing without their best player in Zion Williamson. With Zion not playing, the Suns were still pushed to a 6-game series with the New Orleans Pelicans. This series was a first look at the Phoenix Suns' struggle in the postseason. Coming off of that Game 6 victory, the Suns' next opponents were the Dallas Mavericks. The Phoenix Suns got off to a hot 2-0 start against the Mavericks, winning both games by a combined margin of 27 points, building the confidence of not only the players on the team, but the fans of the team as well. The Suns would then proceed to drop the next 2 games, allowing the Mavericks to tie the series at 2 games apiece. The Suns and the Mavericks will split the following 2 games, and the Phoenix Suns would have what can be viewed as the most monumental collapse by a championship caliber team, losing Game 7 by 33 points. This loss did not lead to many changes with the Phoenix Suns. They lost a few notable names in players such as JaVale McGee, Elfrid Payton, and Aaron Holiday, while adding players such as Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, and Dwayne Washington Jr. The Suns also re-signed DeAndre Ayton, Bismack Biyombo, and Devin Booker. This team looked to run it back with the same guys that led them to the championship 2 years prior. But here we are, 40 games into the regular season, and the Phoenix Suns are sitting at 9th in the West with a record of 20-20, losing their last 5 games. In contrast to their 2021-2022 season, the Phoenix Suns aren't as dominant on the offensive nor defensive end this season, with an offensive rating of 115.4, which is 7th in the league, and a defensive rating of 113.2, which has them 11th overall in the NBA. With a 20-20 record and the 9th seed, a lot of people are asking, should the Phoenix Suns press the panic button right now? The short answer is yes and no. The reason that I would say no to pressing the panic button is the team has not been really healthy this season. Devin Booker has missed 11 games this season, being in and out of the lineup with minor injuries, along with Chris Paul missing 15 games this season. Not to mention the off-court drama with Jay Crowder, opting to sit out this season due to the Phoenix Suns not giving him more job security with a contract extension. Jay Crowder not being on the court does affect the Phoenix Suns overall. Crowder was not the most efficient scorer on the team, but he still could stretch the floor. Along with his lockdown defense, Crowder led the Phoenix Suns last year with his personal defensive rating of 105.3. But even without the injuries and arguably missing their best defensive player, I still don't think they should press the panic button, because this wouldn't be the first time we see a team start off the season so poorly. Just last year, the Boston Celtics had a record of 20-21 throughout the first half of the season and turned that around, finishing the season with a record of 51-31. Now, I'm not saying the Suns team can pull that off, but what I'm saying is it is entirely too early to push the panic button on this season. Now, on the flip side, why I think that they should be pressing the panic button right now is from the sole fact that Chris Paul is 37 years old. Being at the tail end of his career with injuries, along with father time catching up to Paul, I don't believe he has many more years producing at an efficient rate. This is more of a long-term problem for the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul is tied to a $30 million contract until the 2024-2025 season, where he will be turning 39 years old that year. Panic right now. I don't believe the Phoenix Suns will try and trade Chris Paul. I mean, even if they wanted to, I doubt any team would be desperate enough to pick up that type of contract with a regressing player. So the Phoenix Suns' biggest problem won't be missing the playoffs this season. It'll be missing out on the playoff for years to come. But hopefully that's not the case. I would love to see the Phoenix Suns turn it around this season and make a championship run. The Suns, when they are working on all cylinders, is one of the most fun teams in the NBA. And I know that Devin Booker gets a ton of hate for reasons that I really don't know, but I would hate it if the best shooting guard in the NBA was spending his prime on the couch when it comes to April. But hey, I'm just a casual who likes to talk basketball. What do I know? I do hope you all did enjoy this video. Let me know down below. Do you think that the Phoenix Suns should be pressing the panic button right now? Or do you think they should just weather the storm and hope for the best? If you liked the video, like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see all of y'all in the next one. Peace out.